Have you ever pondered why your legs appear weaker despite maintaining a healthy diet, exercising, and adhering to proper practices? What is the reason for the perception that stairs are becoming steeper? What accounts for the increased duration required to rise from a chair compared to the past? Is it solely age, or are there more factors that are insidiously causing harm? This is where you may be surprised. Occasionally, the issue lies not in your actions. You are already engaging in it without comprehending the peril. The majority of seniors, having been conditioned throughout their lives to perceive fruits as natural, healthy, and beneficial, consistently commit an unrecognized error, believing they are making the correct choice. Indeed, the majority are. However, this is the reality that remains unaddressed. Not all fruits are appropriate for elderly individuals. In reality, numerous fruits, those we consume weekly without hesitation, can gradually weaken the legs, exacerbate joint inflammation, provoke knee pain, and complicate ambulation. Fruits marketed as beneficial for health may, in fact, adversely affect your leg strength, balance, and mobility. As we age, our bodies undergo changes, metabolism declines, circulation diminishes, and foods that were formerly beneficial may begin to adversely affect us, particularly some fruits. Notwithstanding their saccharine flavor and seemingly benign facade, they encompass acids, carbohydrates, and various compounds that diminish blood glucose levels, exacerbate joint conditions, and impair leg strength. The damage is insidious, gradual, and imperceptible until it culminates in acute pain in the calves, persistent discomfort in the thighs, or an unsettling stiffness in the knees during a little walk. I will enumerate the 7 fruits that individuals over 60 should avoid today, particularly to protect their legs from persistent injury, pain, and degeneration. All of these fruits are hazardous, despite their seemingly innocuous appearance. Upon discovering the truth, your perception of the fruit dish will irrevocably change. Consequently, if you value your strength and desire to maintain robust, stable, and pain-free legs, remain with me to the conclusion. This could be the alert your body has been anticipating. However, prior to commencing, please pause momentarily. If you are apprehensive about your health, click the subscribe button and activate notifications, as we disseminate information that is rarely discussed elsewhere. Please confirm your presence if you are with me. If this video resonates with you as you view it currently, please type 1 in the comments section. Input 0, otherwise. You fail to comprehend the significance of your voice. Let us commence with the initial fruit on our list. While it is praised for reducing inflammation, elderly individuals may have the opposite impact. Let us discuss pineapple. The tropical, succulent, and delectable pineapple has been recognized for its natural anti-inflammatory properties due to the presence of bromelain. However, there is a twist. Pineapple may be an unrecognized adversary for seniors, contrary to the prevalent notion that it mitigates inflammation. Pineapple contains natural sugars and potent acids. Moreover, those sugars are not as beneficial as they appear, particularly for individuals over the age of 60. Allow me to elucidate. As we age, our blood vessels become increasingly fragile and sensitive. They no longer respond similarly to elevations in sugar levels. Pineapple offers a natural increase in blood sugar levels, notwithstanding its health advantages. What effect does this have on you? It induces a rapid increase in blood glucose levels. The little blood vessels that supply your legs, feet, and muscles may incur damage due to that increase. Your legs receive diminished oxygen as your circulation declines over time. What is the cause of that? Are you aware? Edema, fatigue, and discomfort. A dull, dragging discomfort manifests in your legs following a brief walk. Prolonged standing results in knee stiffness. Despite spending the entire day seated, your ankles begin to ache. There is additional information. Pineapple possesses both sweetness and acidity. If you have arthritis or inflammation, that acid may exacerbate your joints. It is akin to intensifying the existing inflammation in your knees, hips, and ankles. Following the consumption of pineapple, some individuals report a sensation of heaviness in their legs, as if their strength is gradually diminishing. You should also be cognizant of this. The renowned enzyme bromelain may interact with specific drugs, particularly anticoagulants, potentially rendering them either too potent or useless. This constitutes the most perilous segment. No discernible disadvantages exist with pineapple. No discernible signs or acute discomfort are evident. Instead, it gradually manifests until you realize that you can no longer move as you once did. What is the most disheartening aspect? The majority of seniors are oblivious to the fact that their annual leg weakness may be attributable to the fruit they consume for health purposes. What capabilities do you possess? Although complete avoidance of pineapple is unnecessary, it is advisable to restrict consumption, especially if experiencing chronic leg pain or unexplained edema. The damage is slight yet authentic. How can pineapple, known for its anti-inflammatory properties, negatively affect aging legs? It is palatable, tender, and renowned for enhancing potassium levels and muscular power, yet, it may be deceptive. Let us discuss bananas. Bananas, characterized by their softness, sweetness, and elevated potassium content, are considered an excellent food choice. They are intended to assist muscles, provide energy, and prevent cramping. Nevertheless, the situation differs with the elderly. Bananas are abundant in naturally occurring sugars and rapidly digestible carbohydrates. This signifies that your body begins to resist insulin, resulting in elevated blood sugar levels immediately following consumption. Frequent occurrences of this condition impair circulation and exacerbate inflammation in the legs. Postprandial leg heaviness, rigid calves, and a persistent discomfort during ambulation or stair ascent are potential signs. However, that is not the entirety of the matter. Moreover, bananas facilitate fluid retention, especially in those with heart conditions. This results in rigid joints, edema in the feet, and edema in the ankles. It exerts a subtle influence. You consume bananas due to your belief in their benefits for muscle health. Instead, they may be gradually undermining you. The most unfavorable aspect? Consistent consumption of bananas may lead to increased discomfort and mobility challenges. Nevertheless, this effect will not be immediately perceived. If your legs frequently feel heavy, uncomfortable, or swollen, consider the fruits on your plate. Despite bananas being friendly, what if something significantly smaller have the same influence? Bananas are recognized for their support of muscles. Our subsequent fruit is little, charming, and seemingly innocuous. However, it may be inflaming your joints. Let we discuss grapes. Grapes appear innocuous, little, succulent, and effortless to consume as a snack. Moreover, they are cardioprotective, abundant in antioxidants, and highly esteemed. Many individuals are oblivious to the fact that the consumption of grapes may induce moderate leg pain, stiffness, and inflammation in elderly individuals. What is the reason? Fructose, a sugar that is directly metabolized by the liver into fat and uric acid, is found in grapes and can be detrimental in excessive amounts. The actual damage occurs when your liver cannot completely metabolize it. Uric acid accumulates in the joints, particularly in the toes, ankles, and knees, causing intermittent burning, pain, and inflammation. Even ambulation is arduous due to the incessant discomfort. Have you ever had nocturnal, acute pain in your hallux? Your calves are unexpectedly rigid. Your uric acid levels may increase due to anything as simple as consuming a handful of grapes. Fructose also exacerbates chronic inflammation in the body. This leads to inflexibility, increased pressure, and less mobility. It is also quite simple to excessively consume grapes. They are adequately small to permit continuous nibbling. 2 or 3 cups are consumed rapidly, resulting in a quick accumulation of sugar. Consequently, although grapes may seem to be a nutritious snack as one ages, they may progressively diminish flexibility in the legs and reduce comfort. You now comprehend what may be hidden beneath that sweetness. Consider this link if you have been consuming grapes regularly and are experiencing increased stiffness and swelling. Nevertheless, several delectable fruits possess the capacity to be hazardous. Another is known for its moisturizing properties, richness, and vibrancy. However, do not be deceived. It has the flavor of water, yet functions internally like sugar. Let us discuss watermelon. Light and invigorating, watermelon serves as a symbol of summer and hydration. Could this aqueous fruit be causing subtle harm to your legs? Is that not peculiar? It is widely accepted that watermelon is an excellent means of hydration. It predominantly consists of water, is minimal in calories, and conveys a sense of safety. However, here lies the intricacy. The glycemic index of watermelon is exceedingly high. This signifies that, similar to confectionery, it rapidly elevates blood glucose levels. Furthermore, elderly individuals sustain significant harm from recurrent glucose surges, particularly affecting their legs. Allow me to elucidate. The body secretes insulin in response to a sudden increase in blood glucose levels. Nonetheless, as organisms age, insulin regulation declines. Inflammation is the result, especially in areas with inadequate circulation. In what location does this manifest? The joints and muscles of your knees, ankles, and calves. Postprandial leg fatigue, mild discomfort after brief ambulation, and persistent ankle edema are all potential symptoms. Ascending stairs increasingly resembles mountain climbing. Despite its delicate feel, watermelon internally exerts a wear on your legs akin to a captivating snare. It is succulent and invigorating, prompting widespread consumption. 1 slice transforms into 2, then 3, amplifying the levels of sugar, stress, and inflammation. It is deceptive. Your legs endure pain, your circulation declines, and your blood sugar increases despite your belief that you are consuming water. Does watermelon effectively hydrate the elderly? Does the discomfort associated with movement increase with each bite? If you regularly consume watermelon and have recently experienced increased leg fatigue, it may be prudent to reconsider your dietary choices. Let us proceed to a fruit associated with health and vitamin C. It is used into breakfast, immunity-enhancing beverages, and juices. Conversely, aged individuals may experience an acidic joint attack. Let us discuss oranges. Oranges, vibrant and aromatic, are frequently featured in breakfast assortments, beverages, and nutritional supplements. Vitamin C is believed to enhance immunity. Nonetheless, for seniors, particularly those over 60, oranges may obscure an undesirable truth. Your joints are adversely affected by the acid included in that citrus hue. Oranges are rich in citrus. Although it may seem unremarkable, it can subtly exacerbate joint irritation, particularly if you already suffer from arthritis, stiffness, or inflammation. You may experience persistent hip pain, leg discomfort during prolonged sitting, escalating edema, restricted mobility, and progressive morning stiffness in your knees. One may perceive it only as the process of aging. However, the discomfort you are attempting to evade may be intensified by your routine consumption of morning orange juice. This is what transpires. The citric acid in oranges exerts effects that extend beyond the gastrointestinal tract. It enters your bloodstream and can aggravate the delicate tissues in your joints. It also elevates blood glucose levels when combined with the fruit's inherent sugars. What is the result? Generalized edema. Your knees, ankles, and calves experience inflammation, rendering each step increasingly uncomfortable and burdensome. Oranges may not adversely affect younger individuals, but they exert a nuanced impact on elderly individuals with deteriorating joints and diminished circulation. The most detrimental element is that, due to the long-standing association of oranges with health benefits, one consumes them under the impression of contributing positively to their well-being. However, you now comprehend that they may not be advocating for your welfare. What follows? This fruit seems crisp, fresh, green, and contains lower sugar content. It is considered the prudent option. However, it obscures a potential source of hip discomfort, knee tightness, and nocturnal cramps. Let us now discuss green apples. Green apples provide a pristine, crisp, and unblemished aesthetic due to their reduced sweetness. The majority of individuals, particularly the elderly, perceive them as the healthier option. They seem to be a low-sugar, nutritious snack. Many individuals are oblivious to the fact that green apples can subtly provoke leg pain, stiffness, and fatigue. Malic acid and concealed natural sugars constitute the two threats. Let us first discuss malic acid. The acidic composition of green apples is responsible for their sour flavor. It is beneficial for younger individuals, although it may adversely affect the digestion of elderly adults. Upon entering the body, malic acid may irritate tissues, particularly joints, and as we age, our intestinal lining becomes increasingly sensitive. Certain elderly individuals have severe hip or thigh pain following the consumption of apples. Some individuals encounter stiffness in their knees or a mild warmth in their feet. The onset is gradual, although as the acid accumulates, the pain intensifies in frequency. The sugar follows. Although green apples are less sweet than red apples, they nonetheless possess natural sugars. Older persons with diminished metabolisms have fluctuations in blood sugar due to that sugar. Exhausted calves, nocturnal leg cramps, morning stiffness, and weakness during stair ascent are all potential symptoms. The most challenging aspect is that green apples are often consumed raw, as a snack, or immediately before sleep, which has a persistent effect on the body. Green apples may subtly complicate ambulation, induce joint stiffness, and contribute to increased restlessness during evenings for aged individuals, despite their ostensibly wholesome and pristine appearance. What of a luscious, tropical fruit that possesses exceptional sweetness? If something as elementary as an apple can do this, what can be said of the most prevalent fruit? Let us discuss the mango, a true source of sugar. Mango, tender, succulent, and almost confectionery in nature. This fruit is well appreciated, particularly throughout the summer season. However, this is the fact. Mangoes may provide significant risks for elderly individuals experiencing leg discomfort and joint weakness. What is the reason? Due to its high natural sugar content. A significant sugar rush that elevates blood sugar levels swiftly and substantially. Individuals under 30 who are physically active typically possess the capacity to endure such an increase. However, metabolic processes undergo alterations post the age of 60. Insulin levels peak and subsequently decline due to the influx of sugar. Inflammation is generated within your joints each time this occurs, particularly in the soft tissue surrounding your knees, hips, and ankles. Nerve issues may manifest as burning sensations in the toes, persistent tingling, evening edema in the feet, or a creeping heaviness in the legs. Mango does not seem to constitute a substantial meal. Possesses a light flavor, and imparts a sense of freshness. Consequently, its use is easily increased, so aggravating the issue. The key is that The sensation of lightness holds no significance for your body. The reaction is initiated by sugar, which may eventually lead to unstable legs, joint pain, and a sluggish gait. Mangoes are regarded as a natural pleasure by numerous elders. While it is a natural occurrence, it does not imply that it is beneficial for aging joints and inadequate circulation. You have now observed the complete scenario. Despite the acclaim for 7 fruits about their health advantages, there are disadvantages for individuals over 60. The favorable news has arrived. The opposite holds true with certain fruits. They mitigate inflammation, reduce joint discomfort, and promote strong, resilient legs. Let us discuss the therapeutic alternatives and the dietary recommendations for elders. Let us discuss the permissible fruits now that you are aware of those to avoid, as consuming the appropriate fruits transcends mere appetite satisfaction. Your body is restored by them. Let us commence with a discussion about berries. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, among others. These little fruits provide potent anti-inflammatory qualities. They possess minimal sugar content, are abundant in antioxidants, and are beneficial for blood sugar regulation. Primarily, they enhance circulation, particularly in the lower extremities. They reduce inflammation, alleviate rigidity, and promote increased mobility. Cherries will follow, but in moderation. By reducing uric acid levels, cherries can diminish the likelihood of gout flare-ups and joint pain. They alleviate burning sensations in the knees and toes, along with joint discomfort. A small quantity of cherries might provide significant relief. The subsequent item is avocado. It is indeed a fruit, and one of the most beneficial for preserving joint health. What is the reason? Due to its abundance of good fats, it provides joint cushioning and reduces internal inflammation. It also facilitates insulin regulation, leading to stable energy levels devoid of fluctuations in blood sugar. Are you seeking something that is easy to consume? Consider sampling papaya. The enzymes present in this soft tropical fruit facilitate digestion and mitigate inflammation. It is gentle on the digestive system and beneficial for aging joints. Also, recall pears. Consume them alongside a modest amount of protein or fiber. They impart a hint of sweetness without excessive saccharinity. They provide energy without excessively taxing your legs. Rather of causing harm to your body, each of these fruits contributes positively to its well-being. They do not induce swelling or discomfort. They provide your body with vitality, balance, and tranquility. It encompasses more than merely consuming fruit, remember. The selection ultimately hinges on identifying the appropriate options for your age group. Fruits that are presently beneficial for your health. Upon making those intentional selections, you will observe the distinction. Lucid mornings, fluid movements, and resolute strides. Let us conclude with some final counsel and a message specifically for you. Your continued reading indicates a concern for your health, vitality, and future prospects. I want you to comprehend this unequivocally. There remains an opportunity for alteration. You have the opportunity to improve. You are not alone in this regard. Aging is challenging. The progressive onset of discomfort, rigidity, and a fear of falling may sometimes create the sensation that your body is deteriorating. However, the reality is as follows. Rather than using extreme steps, you might assume control by enacting prudent, incremental modifications. One selection, one dish, and one fruit at a time. While the fruits discussed today are not inherently detrimental, they may not be optimal for your current circumstances. Growing older does not necessitate relinquishment. The objective is to enhance intelligence. You will observe a transformation upon adopting mindful eating habits and selecting foods that enhance joint health, strength, circulation, agility, morning ease, flexibility, and pain reduction. We desire that, rather than fear or constraints. I wish to receive your response immediately. Please share in the comments what you have learned today and the changes you are prepared to implement. Let us assist one another, as collaboration enhances our collective improvement. If this video was beneficial or slightly enlightening, kindly click the like button. Subscribe to ensure you do not overlook any information that may enhance your health. Activate your notifications prior to departure. If you found this video beneficial, kindly enter 1. Input 0 if not applicable. Your comment's significance is not fully recognized. Maintain fortitude and vigilance. Your autonomy is sustained by God.